London's latest murder victim had his throat slit with a huge knife outside a 24-hour off-license, according to a shocked local business boss. The victim, believed to be aged in his 30s, was pronounced dead at the scene in Lordship Lane in well-heeled East Dulwich shortly after 3 a.m. on Sunday. No arrests have been made, and inquiries into what happened are ongoing, the Metropolitan Police said. This morning his body still appeared to be inside the police cordon as a forensic tent could be seen outside an off-license on the main road. A local business owner said staff in the store, which is still behind police cordon, tried to stop the attack, but it was too late. The man, who owns another shop that is just a few doors up from where the attack happened, said the guys from the off-license saw it. We spoke to them briefly this morning, because when we saw the police we were worried something had happened to them. They said they heard something outside and came out to stop it. But they couldn't do anything. The knife was huge, bigger than a kitchen knife. He slashes him across the neck. I don't think they were customers. He added, I think the guys from the off-license are the ones who call the ambulance. As it's open late they do get a lot of drunk people in there, but I haven't heard of them having any problems. The men from the off-license are believed to still be inside the building, which is behind a police cordon. The cordon was partly lifted at around 10:30 a.m. and traffic is now traveling in both directions alongside the forensic tent. Formal identification and a post-mortem examination will take place in due course, the force added. A passerby at the scene told Mail Online, "You read about people being stabbed in the news, but I didn't expect it to happen so close to home. People live here because it is a nice area, lots of nice places to eat, and a good place for families. I'm really surprised." MP for the area, Helen Hayes, tweeted that the knife crime has to stop. She said, appalled to learn of a fatal stabbing on Lordship Lane during the night. Another family now devastated due to knife crime. This has to stop. The news follows 3 other separate events in London, a stabbing in Easton last night, and a shooting in Iselworth also last night. The earliest of the incidents was a stabbing during a fight in Hayes, West London. The incident, at around 3:47 p.m. on Saturday, saw police arrest 4 males on suspicion of the attempted murder of a 16-year-old who was found with stab wounds. They are a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old and 2 18-year-old men. All 4 were taken to West London police stations, where they remain in custody. His injuries are not believed to be life-threatening. In both other cases, the victims are in critical conditions in hospital. The stabbing in Easton, northwest London, saw a 23-year-old taken to a central London hospital after a man and a woman were arrested after the incident, which took place at around 10:45 p.m. The man, 29, was arrested at the scene on suspicion of attempted murder. He remains in custody. He was with a 24-year-old woman who was also arrested. She was arrested on suspicion of assisting an offender. She also remains in custody. In the other event just hours before, at around 7:15 p.m. on Saturday night, in Iselworth, Hounslow, West London, a teenage boy was rushed to hospital following a shooting. A Scotland Yard spokesman said police were called by paramedics to London Road, Iselworth, at 7:17 p.m. on Saturday to reports of an injured male. Officers attended at the scene. A 17-year-old male was receiving treatment from medics for gunshot wounds. The injured male was taken by Loss to a West London hospital. They described his condition as critical. On Thursday, the Office for National Statistics revealed that the number of fatal stabbings is now at the highest level since records began in 1946. Some 285 people were stabbed to death in the year ending March 2018, with attacks most pronounced in young men. Highlighting a worrying increase in violence plaguing Britain, there were 726 killings recorded overall, 20 more than the previous year. The homicide figures are more pronounced when excluding mass murders such as the London Bridge, Westminster, and Manchester terror attacks, which claimed the lives of 35 innocent victims in 2017. Taking those deaths out, the number of killings increasing by 89, or 15%, from 606 to 695. London witnessed the starkest concentration of crimes involving knives and sharp instruments, highlighting the capital's ongoing crisis. So far in 2019, at least 9 people have been murdered in the capital, including Legian Richards, 19, who was stabbed to death near Prince George's School. His mother Laverne Joseph said Legian was a loving son and brother, a young man determined to turn his life around.